Welcome back to the channel, you big bass lovers. It's Demont coming back at you again. Got a couple AliExpress unboxings to do, and I want to go over a reel I just got in today by High Star. Let me make sure I get this right for me. Turn a little bit. I guess, whoops. Wobbling around, I'm sorry. Trying this new mount. First thing, you know, it's called a shrimp, but this is basically the same thing as Rapala decided to knock off in what I think Rapala calls it, the Bronco Buster. But it's the same thing. But this kind of stays more true to the OSP. Yep. Same collapse. Nice smell to them. I should have brought the Bronco Buster, and I think these are a little smaller. These are 3.5 inch. Which these are perfect for free rigging and also perfect for pitching. I like to also use them. Well, I've only tried a little bit on the Ozark rig, but it does really good on the Ozark rig. When the Ozark rig, when you got the weight kind of sitting underneath here, it like kicks these legs up like this and it spirals down, and it kind of leaves the front two little tentacles hanging, and it kind of just sits like this. It's actually really neat. I got a couple packs of these. I wanted to see just how these work compared to the other ones. I got them basically, and this is green pumpkin chartreuse. I don't know what the color they call it is. Let me see if it says on here. It just says crayfish, 6 pieces. I know these are by TSURINOYA. I know they, I think they were, I got them on the choice day. I think they were like $2 something a pack. I got them just in green pumpkin, and that color there, green pumpkin, and kind of like a, I couldn't tell what color this really was online, so I can't tell if it's black and, what they call black and neon, which is their, no, it is something different. This is kind of like a smoked purple with red flake. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think you can see it right there. It's smoked purple and red and black flake. Hoping you guys can see that really good. That's actually a really neat color. I didn't know if I was gonna like that too much in person, but once I see it in person, that looks really good. All right, so let's put this to the side now. I'd got these things in. I opened them up a little bit, and I set them down the side. I was going to go ahead and do a video on them. I've been really liking these. These are Lethal Tusk. I got this a little bit bigger size. I've been using this on the Ned rig. I also used it on a little my BFS pitching rig. I got this, and this is black and blue flake, and I got green pumpkin and watermelon red, and I think I got, sorry, I got hiccups. Watermelon red, and I think I got, yes, it looks like the Deal almost, but it's a little bit different. I can tell their color matching was not as good, but this is the tiny one. Now, I like to throw this on a little BFS pitching rig too. This is a little 2.2, and this is the 3 inch. So you can kind of see the difference in the size. And I got another worm that I'm not too sure about. I took a look at it. Like I said, I opened these up already, and I didn't get a chance to, well, I did have a chance. I wasn't sure I was going to put them on here. What are you doing, Ivy? But this worm looks really good. It's called the, I forget what it's called. They got Doughy Dagazo, some shit. I don't know. But it looks really cool. It's kind of like like a 3 inch worm, but it's got like nice ribs to it. But the only problem with that is it has a nice enough head, but the ribs are, the main body is so tiny That's going to be really hard to get any kind of hook to either go through the middle or the Texas rig. Now, one thing I might be able to do is just run the hook out the bottom and trying to think if I have any hooks right here beside me. I think I got this big. Let me see if I got one right here. Let's see. Is that a 2-aught? 3-aught. 2-aught. There we go. Let's just see. I think this is gonna still be too big. I need like a 1. Yeah, this is still too big. I need like a 1 or either a size 1. Yeah, I was thinking size number 1 probably a perfect size. Maybe a size 1 might work for it, but I don't know. It's kind of tiny, but it looks really cool. But functionality and looks are two totally different things. And the way they make it look like online, make it look really stretchy, but it is not that stretchy. Then we got another little bait that I've been really trying and I like it a lot. I did not get these from here. I got these from Omni, but these are the Great Lakes little drop minnows. They're like 2 3/4, something like that. But they have like a perfect little shape to them. I've been doing this on like the smaller, smaller little hover rigs and stuff. But you kind of see how it's basically, yeah, I got an armor shad right here. It is very similar to an armor shad, but the armor shad's 3 inches, and these are like 2 3/4. But I'm gonna show you the tail design is a tiny bit different. You see tail versus tail, but the armor shad you can actually use more like a fluke. This has a solid body, so it works better for like your hover rig. It has basically pretty much the same size back. Almost everything else about it's about the same. Now I love using the armor shads. It's kind of like my BSF flukes. And there's the armor shad, Bass Assassin. Bass Assassin makes a little 3-inch. Also I like my rhythm wags. They're like 3.5 inch. That's the bigger rhythm wag sitting there. No, that's 3.5. This guy right here, and I'll show you the difference between these and that as well. And also, I will throw. Let me put the colors back where they go. I will throw a Super Fluke Junior as well, but that's 4 inches and it's a little bit thicker than kind of what you really want to call like throwing. Well, it still technically is BFS. Anything can be BFS if you want it to be. I can go out and throw power BFS and still call it BFS. But here is the main difference in rhythm wag. I started finding other things. They always smell so good because these are really hard to get and keep in. But now these don't have the belly slit, but they work really good on a. Let me get my knife. They work really good for either. You can hover rig them. You can hover stroll, hover rig, wherever you want to. If I want to use this as a little fluke, I'll take my knife or my scissors and I'll kind of cut a little bit of the belly open. It's got a perfect little serrated line going right across it. Just cut it open just a little bit. Don't cut through it. And don't cut your finger because I've done that shit too. You about name it and I've kind of done it. But yeah, just cut it a little bit. Oh, another thing about this is it has like a split tail. It has killer action. That little 2-aught, I found several little 2-aught hooks I really like to use with it, or I use it with 1-aught with it. But a 2-aught works really good for them. I think it does. Some other people might think something, might not think so. Like I've had people question me why I'm running heavier have like 0.8 on a BFS reel, and I'm like, that's because I'm doing power BFS with it. I'm pitching and flipping. And I think I've told you guys, most of my so-called BFS fishing is mostly for bass. I will get out there and throw little small tiny things and try to catch whatever I can catch. But most point, your boy's going for bass. Okay, so first things first, let's get into the first AliExpress bag here. So I'm pretty sure there's some more little plastics. TSURINOYA sent me some plastics to look at. I want them to send me some reels. Funny thing is, they didn't mind sending me some plastics, but sending me reels and rods, they wanted to give me a $1 or a $4 coupon. And I'm like, go away with that. I'm trying to review more of your stuff, but it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. Okay, this is these things kind of really intrigue me as well. All right, so I don't know why it says jerk baits and stuff on it. These are little crawls. And I'm pretty sure these, oh, come on now. Yep, these are the elastic ones. Look at all the little ridges on it and how bulbous the little pinchers are. This is a green pumpkin orange, or as we like to call it around here, Alabama crawl. You can kind of tell they're not super, I mean, they're like $2. Well, they're in the sale. I got them for like $1 something a pack. But I think normally these are like $2 a pack. But look at that little guy. Tell me that ain't gonna be perfect for like BFS fishing. That's like, I think 2 3/4 or 3 inches, something like that. And I got it in several different colors. Was there a different one here? That's just a different color. There's another little bait that I know is in one of these bags I wanted to take a look at as well. And but I'll list all this stuff. All these bags say jerk baits. It's kind of funny. It's just different color. It's all the same bait, just some different colors. And I don't know if I can't remember if I showed you these hooks on another video, but I really love these hooks. I like to use them in drop shotting, and I've really found that I like to use these. I've showed you the Cheb rig, the little pin that shoots through. This little hook right here, I wish they wouldn't put this sticker on the back of it. Makes the whole damn thing sticky, and then your sticker all rips off, and you can't. This is about Komusai or Komusu or something like that. Komaisu, whatever it is. But these are, one is 2/0, and one is, this is size 1? Yeah, this is a size 1. And I guess you could use them for lots of other little things, but these hooks are made a little different than your standard hook or standard wide gap or anything like that. And I want to take one off and show it to you real quick. Look at how that eye turns out. You realize I'm dirty here. See how the eye flips up here? I mean, it's got a decent bite. Hook point is really sharp. But what happens is when you tie your drop shot leader to it, let's see, you tie your Palomar knot to it and you come back down through it. And instead of the hook sitting down like this when it's at rest, it sits up like this. And it's a great benefit if you're not using like a Last Tech or using like a regular style bait. It keeps your bait up. And when you move it, it basically makes it go like this and comes right back up. And if you're doing like a, this hook also works really good free rigging as well. And, but the main thing I should have brought my Cheb rigs in. They're out in the boat right now. This is a very fine wire hook. So you can see it's got some flex to it, but it doesn't bend out. I've tried bending it out on a log. But the Cheb rig, that little hook pin, you know, you got your line leader up here, you got your weight, and you got the pin going through it. But it kind of holds it up like this. So it doesn't matter if you're using an Elastec or not. As you're dragging your little chair rig, they also make chair rig footballs, and they make like a chair rig. I've been seeing these. I've ordered some. I ain't got them yet. They look like the structure jig from Strike King, but they kind of hold it up like this. So as it's coming through the water, your basically your little ball head is dragging down, and your bait is sitting up perfectly like this. So these are just awesome little hooks. This is why I'm always kind of like storming over AliExpress trying to find anything different and new, or maybe a cheaper version of something that I like to throw. There's some things that you really can't replace. Like, I mean, some of those little, the AliExpress Kazashis, or Karashis, or whatever you want to call them. Well, that's what they think they call them, Karashi. They butchered their name up really bad. Some of them, oops, I bumped the thing. Some of them have really good action, and some of them's action, it's just not right. Especially the ones that don't have the feather trebles. I've noticed the bodies are a little bit fatter, and instead of having either a nice eye motion, they kind of want to like nose down, or instead of having a nice walk the dog kind of motion, they kind of want to kind of blow out. Instead of going like this, then coming back, and this, and coming back, you go this, 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 and it's almost like it's trying to work itself in a circle. Which I have seen some situations where that might work. All right, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. It's something I've been waiting to come back for a while. And win, lose, or draw, I'm going to do the review on this reel. This is the High Star reel, one of their BFS reels. I'm supposed to have the other one coming as well. They shipped them the same day. So there's two different High Star version of BFS reels. Actually, technically three, but I don't really count that as a BFS reel. They're supposed to compete along the Silver Feather and other ones. So, I mean, but okay, I don't know what it says there on that box. But anyway, I'm hoping. I've heard good things and I've heard bad things. I think the two things, I've had the more expensive version of this reel come in twice, and both times it came in, I'm sorry guys, I got ate up by ants earlier. I'm itchy from my head to toe. They got all over my arm, and they tore me up. They got on my back. Anyway, the first two times this reel came in, I'm hoping this box looks way better than the box have before. Both times they come in, the first time the whole box was like crushed, and the actual brakes, the magnetic brakes, were falling out of the reel. It was strange. And then the first time, the handle was broke. So I didn't get a chance to do a good review. I didn't want to just basically do like, phooey kind of review. I've done those before, and I just didn't feel right about it. Especially with a company that I kind of want to work with. I mean, because I really like the BFS rod. Ooh. See, I'm going to get myself. So here is some more lures. And I'm going to link all this stuff down below for you guys so you can see everything that I'm getting here. Now, I mainly really got these lures here just for free rigging, because they look fucking awesome. And they're, what are they called on here? They're called the Flathead Goby, which I don't really see how they're the Flathead Goby. Basically, it's a Bellows gill. It's a Bellows gill with a little paddle tail. And you can kind of see it's like a watermelon on top and like a pumpkin color on the bottom. But this, I mean, this is basically the exact same thing G-Crack uses. The same smell, same everything. But this is the same one, B&U. The one that does is the knockoff of the G-Crack Bellows gills. Bait's soft enough. I think that's going to make an awesome little free rig. It probably actually make a pretty damn good Ozark rig too. Yeah. I think I make a damn good Ozark rig. Yep, it's really soft. All right, so let's get in. There's one more bag left, but it's kind of a bigger bag. I'm pretty sure it's mostly baits. It'd be nice if the other reel was in there. But we'll see. So I'm not going to do the reel video right now. That'll come. Whatever was in that just gave me some weird feeling in my phone. All right, here we go. This is like on choice day. All the little baits that I've been wanting to try that they put on sale. So I just said, okay. They're all basically $1 to $2 at the most. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and try them. And now I've got a lot more little bitty baits. Oh, they're falling out. That's the bad thing about when you get this stuff in like this. They just have stuff just all thrown in here. That's some free rig weights, looks like. I think a dog was barking outside my building here. All right, this is let's just start first things first. This looks just like the pistol shrimp. Nice little green pumpkin. It smells like vanilla coffee. But it feels just like that. The same material. Same ridges. Yeah, it smells really good. It just says shrimp. Just like the other pack says. It just says shrimp. These are 3.23 inches. These are by TSURINOYA as well. And it just says shrimp. Like I said, some of this stuff I didn't order at the same time I ordered the other stuff. But, of course, they had tried to throw it in the same bag altogether. This is TSURINOYA stuff as well. I was really interested in looking at these little things because they look crazy. Of course, it says shrimp again. It's 2 inches. Looks like they give you 20 in here. Yeah, they give 20 per pack. That's pretty cool. What kind of material this is? It's like a regular material. But look at this little guy. It's like a weird little rabbit. But it's just a little creature bait. I thought that'd be really cool on a little finesse BFS pitching rig or Texas rig. It'd also be really cool on a Ned rig. I got this kind of little color. It looked like the deal online, but when I got here in my hand, the bottom looks like a color shift, purple. And the top is kind of like color, some call it tilapia. If you guys can see that. It's kind of the color like some people call it tilapia. But I think this was these things were like $1 and something a pack for 20 of them. And I got, this is like a different looking green pumpkin, but it's the same thing. But this says, yeah, 2.7. This says Pioneer. Well, they both say Pioneer. Both say shrimp. Both say Pioneer. And I don't know if anything else on here is, it just has a color code on it. The code is a little bit different. One says C, one says F. Anyway, life goes on. I think I got, yeah. It's something a little different for you guys. Something you guys never seen before. A safety can opener. I could buy this at Walmart for think the safety camera there for the basic one is, I think they're like $12. And I got it from Choice Day for like $2.50, I think. Okay, this is another one of the little baits that I wanted to take a look at by TSURINOYA. You can't, oh, no, this is a pistol shrimp. Never mind. I thought this is just, that's just a green pumpkin gold flake. I'll set that to the side. I don't really know what this is yet. It's kind of crazy. You open all these little bags, you don't know what you're getting. And I got that bait grease from that little rabbit thing all over my fingers. My fingers are slippery. Okay, so this is, I don't even know I ordered these. I guess maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. I'll have to go through and look and see. If I did, I'll link them down below. Okay, let's see what we got. These are like flashy swimmers. Okay, so I got gold and silver, both in the same little box. It's got center alignment pins. Hook sharp. It's got a number 3 on here, so I'm guessing that's 3 grams or 1/8 ounce. Hook feels pretty strong. Decently strong. I kind of like that it has a ball bearing swivel. And it's like a good connection point. Look, nothing's going to come off of there very easy. And then you got the silver one. Silver willow leaf. These would probably be really cool for a smaller swim bait. This looks like a maybe. It's probably like a, let's see, like a 2 or 3/0 hook. It's not very big. This is definitely going to be for your smaller swim baits. It doesn't have that little white bag head on there. Right. Jig head fish hook, 2/0, no 2G, 3G, 4G. Fishing hooks, 10-piece with spin lock pin. Spinners. What? Spinners for so fishing bait of carbon steel hook. Instagram. I don't know, guys. You know how I feel about how they try to like write English. This is pretty sure this is, yeah, 3.5 or 3 gram. Little free rig or drop shot weight, whatever you want to use it for. But it does have the rounded eye. Let me see if I can get one out and show it to you easier. You guys ever have your wife bring you stuff home from work you want to use for fishing? I do. There you go. Where my wife works at in the operating room, they have these things called stylettes. And I have her bring me some home because I make stuff out of them. Like a lot of times on my work table, especially my building over there, has a hook here. I'll make a hook on this side, but I'll take my spools, run my spools on them, bring them up, hook them in. I got it a little too long, but you can see what I'm saying. Hook them in, then basically my line just pulls off of there. So anytime she has extra one, she brings them to me. And I do other stuff with them too, like I use them to like hold stuff together, rig stuff up. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I wanted to Meredith start. I'll come out with that in a second. That's his pistol shrimp, the little rabbit thingy. Different colors. Okay. I got some of the Caesar 1.0 or 14-pound red line. This is like $1 something online. It's supposed to be 8 carrier. I don't know how good it's going to be, but we're going to find out. And there's some more free rig or drop shot weights. They were like $1 something for the bag. There's that other worm I want to show you. This worm here is also by TSURINOYA. And this worm right here reminds me of some worms Zoom used to make. This is a worm, kind of a knockoff of the French fry. See, it's got like a little fork tail. Trying to look where the molding line is. The molding line's right there on the molding line here and the molding line here. So it looks like it's meant to be fished with this up, straight up like this right here. Try to get where you can see this right here. Yeah, I think that would be really good. This is kind of, back in the day, I used to put a little ball head on these, or a darter head, and I would use these kind of like my hover rig back in the day, before it was even thought about being called hover rig. But it was with a little Zoom. Zoom doesn't, I don't think they make that plastic anymore. I haven't seen it in a long time. So how many you get? 18 pieces. It says 3-inch. I do think the Zoom was like either 3.5 or 4-inch. I can't remember now off the top of my head. It says flame. I don't know if it's a flame worm. I don't know. I'll link it down below so you guys can see. And I'm just about to the end here. There's some more of those little pistol shrimps. What was in here? Oh, I know what this is. This is another little thing I got for the kitchen. It was $1. And it's a little metal. I guess this is the sticky pad here. But you put the pad on here. And then it holds your washcloths or whatever else you want inside your sink. Or sponges. So, got that. It's crazy some of the stuff AliExpress will actually show you. And it's actually some crazy how they'll just start showing you like sex dolls and stuff in your feed. And you're like, what did I ever look at that makes you think I want to see that? It's like, we got a little bit of a disconnect here, fellas. You're like, no, we don't. You know you want to see it. Okay, there's supposed to be 3 of these. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 of these. They're little polishing sponges. Like you can polish your tires, you can polish your rims, I mean. Or you can polish anything you want to with them, but there's supposed to be 3, a blue, a white, and a red one. So that's going to be something we have to address. Okay, and then last in the bag here is another pack of these little drop shot weights, or free rig weights, or whatever you want to call them. And you guys told me, I got like 3 years ago, so on some of my first videos, you guys told me what this thing was. I didn't really know what it was at first. It came as a free, oh, I got another thing here I got to show you as well. It came as like a free gift, and one of the things I had, I'm like, what the hell is this thing? Because I didn't really know, but now I do. And I'm going to show you what they're for real quick, and then I'll show you this right here. This video's already gotten kind of long. Damn, it's already 35 minutes. You guys keep me talking too much. Probably do that my damn self, but it's whatever. I can blame whoever I want to blame. Okay, these are rod holders. When you want to keep your rods together. This is kind of a little bit too thin. Well, it's got different sizes. Okay, I see now. Just pop it right there, and it holds them together. And you can also use this up on the top if you want to keep both of them together. But I'm probably going to use one somewhere in the middle of these things when I'm It depends on what rods I'm bringing. I just keep these things off of the rods, and then when I'm deciding what 2 or 3 rods I'm going to bring, I just use these to hold them together so they don't flop around inside the truck. Try to keep things nice and neat and organized. You know what I mean? I'm organized. No. I try to be. I've been working really hard on it, but it still ain't that great yet. And this is Meredith's jerkbait there. I know I've seen it. I've had it in my cart for a little while, and I just decided to go ahead and give it a try. Because it kind of reminded me of the katana. But I'm going to find out right now. Wish it told me more about what it's supposed to be. Tungsten weight transfer system. Top fishing, lures, minnow, wobbler, quality, fishing, tackle, hook, food, F-U. I don't know. If I had to guess, it's like a 110. I could measure it, but I don't really. It's like a 110. It's not a katana. It wasn't really saying the size when I was looking at it online. I was just trying to guess, and I thought it looked like a katana, but it looks, the body structure itself looks like a katana. It does have a very good weight transfer system in it. Then it's got a nice little rattle chamber. Nice color. On some of the cheaper lures from China, you can rub your finger on them really good like this, and some of the color will start coming off on them. So you can always tell one that's been painted really. That's why if you guys see me, I'm getting the bait in, you see me doing this shit. Sometimes I don't even think about it. I'm just doing it, looking at it. I'm trying to see if the paint just rubs off. These hooks are very sharp, but those points are very thin. So those are going to start bending over and dulling. So it's not as good, quite as good as the Bear King hooks. The other ones I reviewed from the jerk baits I reviewed from the Bear King, not from the Bear King, from Bear King. Those jerk baits from Bear King are just about as good as the Headhunter jerk baits I use. I would say so. They're a teeny bit cheaper in price. Not a huge amount cheaper in price, but this one here was a lot cheaper. This right here, I think was, of course, it was during the choice day, but it was like $1 or $2 as well. It wasn't $2. Nothing in this assortment other than that reel is more than $2. But that reel wasn't ordered with any of this kind of stuff or near this kind of stuff. So there's that. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, I think, because it's almost 40 minutes of me talking and running my damn big mouth. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below. I'm going to link this stuff down below so you can get you some of your own, or if you want to take a look at them closer. Only a couple of things I'm not too sure about, but I'll figure it out. Till next time, you have tight lines. I was trying to see what this millimeter here said, because it said 1.0 and it said 0.165 millimeter. So that's what's kind of nuts, is that I can almost guarantee you they have the pound test wrong on this, because it has like the diameter of a 2-pound test. Now, and it is super fine. I have tried to like just reach here and break it. I am putting more than 2 pounds of pressure on that right now, and it's not breaking. I have caught a couple little fish with it. You see me in the other video catch a couple of fish with it. I don't really know what to make of this yet. Either it's some of the best shit in the world, or it's just labeled really weird. But it is super thin. That red looks really good. So you can see that red in there. Y'all can't see that damn red. Ow, my hand. Ever since I damn tore my bicep, my hand hurts. Yeah, it's done something like the whole, like the coming all the way down into here in my hand. There you go. Look at that. That's a good color red. All right, guys. Till then, this is Demont. I'm going to sign off. I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all stay safe and tight lines.